I thought it was only right that we dedicate this week's episode to one person. On October 13th, 2024, we had lost Carl Thomas Dean. In 1964, outside of a laundromat in Nashville, Tennessee, Carl had met a beautiful young blonde woman. They hit it off, began dating. 2 years later, they were married. And the very next year, she released her first album, Hello, I'm Dolly. Dolly then went on to run the world as a singer, songwriter, musician, actress, philanthropist, and even a theme park owner. If you've ever listened to the podcast before, you know that me and Jason idolized Dolly. And Dolly idolized Carl. What did he do while she was out conquering the world? Started a paving company. Actually, a pretty successful one. He employed a few people. He stayed out of the spotlight. And the reason that I wanted to dedicate this to him is because, well, the guy who knew who he was. Do you know what kind of chops it takes in the 70s to say, no, I'm going to stay home tonight, honey. You go out and party with Burt Reynolds and Sean Connery. I'll be here when you get home. And that's what she did. She always came home to Carl. A 60-year relationship that just ended. So I hope for all of you people at home that you find your person that loves you as much as Dolly loved Carl. And I also hope that you find the confidence to realize that you are enough for your Dolly Parton. So this one's for you, the patron saint of punching above your weight class. Thanks, Carl, and welcome to You've Got Mails.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. For those of you tuning in hoping to hear about Lady Chatterley's lover, despite his tireless efforts, the technical difficulties were just too much for CJ to overcome. I promise we'll get to it eventually. I didn't graphically describe some guy dodging the Duchess of Downton Abbey for an hour and a half just to leave it on the cutting room floor. But until then, we're talking 2022's Marry Me, a harrowing tale about a woman trying to properly operate a blender.
When do we get to the point where we have, like, the lost episodes?
I don't know, because that's a couple now.
Yeah, we've lost two completely at this point.
Yeah, the one I don't really care about. Lady Charlie's lover, though. We had, for those of you, I mean,
we didn't even
announce
the name of the other one. I just called the Australian movie.
Yeah. We're not going to tell you what it. I remember what it was. It's back on the list, so eventually we'll roll it again and have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But we had our friend Susie on again, unannounced. It was, a movie based on a book, and we've decided that Susie's our new literary expert.
And the book, or the movie, was based on also softcore porn.
Yeah. There was a lot of hardcore sex, and I'm sorry you're all going to miss out on it, because we went into graphic detail. I mean,
my God.
There were probably going to be letters written, and...
I mean, it is a shame that we're not like a video podcast, because there was shadow puppets, and yeah.
Everybody was just sweating profusely. It was wild. But yeah, anyway, welcome to You Got Mails, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm Jason. I'm here with CJ. And we're talking Marry Me, which we rolled at the end of the last episode, which no one will ever hear. So this is a surprise to all of you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you, like, there's a reason we don't monetize this?
I mean, yet.
It's a lot easier to just, when you fuck something up, just walk away from it when you're not making money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
Let's
to our
talk about Owen
non-monetized
Wilson
podcast. But we're talking Marry Me. What did you know about this movie, CJ? Anything?
I was actually surprised this movie just came out like 3 years ago, because I had never once heard of it before.
I never had either. So, little bit of backstory on this, not much. This movie was set to come out, and then COVID happened, and it got pushed back, and then came out. It was one of the first movies released in theaters once society reopened, and it was also kind of like set a bit of the template for same day streaming, because it was released in theaters and then it came out on Peacock the exact same day they released it in theaters.
No shit. Oh, yeah. So they were the ones that did that.
One of the first, yeah.
I like that.
I don't want to misspeak and say they were the first ones to do it, but they were right there at the beginning of like things starting to open back up. So yeah, I think that's probably part of the reason we didn't hear about this.
What a way to usher us back into real world.
J-Lo, she's the only one that can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, she's
remember that green dress?
Woman.
Did we talk about the green dress last time?
I don't think we did. No. What was the last movie we did with her? It was
her and McConaughey, The Wedding Planner.
Yeah, The Wedding Planner, which we said in that movie that it was odd that we didn't get any J-Lo songs until...
She did not fuck around this time.
No, she did not. We start this movie with a J-Lo song, and this movie is all J-Lo songs. Like, she made a soundtrack for this movie.
I looked it up. She actually sings. Some of these songs she is singing live on stage.
Yeah, I had that in my fun facts or my grand gestures, what you want to call them. This is the first movie she's ever actually sang in, which surprised me too, that it took this long. Because the other movies that she has, like she was in Selena, she just lip synced over Selena songs.
And she's known for actually being a singer, right? Like there are the pop stars that don't really sing. Like, we're so fucking far past Milli Vanilli at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I get it. There are some that don't write their own music. I fucking love Meatloaf, but he's never written a song in his life.
I kind of feel like J-Lo's, like, right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she's not like Adele, where she's got, like, a generational voice.
Yeah.
But she can sing, but she's also a lot about the presentation and, like, the stage show and the pomp and circumstance is kind of how I feel about J-Lo. Nothing against that. She's an entertainer.
Could you imagine fucking up a relationship so hard that Adele writes a whole album about you?
Her, Taylor Swift. You gotta watch out.
Taylor Swift writes albums about the guy that, like, bought her coffee earlier that day. But, like, Adele, she was like, I fucking hate this guy, and I am going to let 5 billion people know.
Yeah, well, J-Lo's not the type to hold grudges because she gets done dirty in this movie and doesn't write a single mean song about it.
That's true.
Let's talk about it. But yeah, like I said, the movie starts out with her singing a song, and then there's just kind of like sort of a montage. We start with kind of a look into her life, and we find out that she's a mega pop star. She's basically playing herself in this movie. She plays a character named Kat, and she's on tour. And the guy that she is engaged to marry. His name is Bastian. He's also like a pop star. He's like an Enrique Iglesias type.
He's got like a Bad Bunny vibe.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like a Latin bad boy R&B kind of guy.
He's one of those guys where you see him and you're like, he's sold like 20 billion records, and you're like, it's not for me. I don't understand it at all. But like,
and not in the States, he hasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe around Texas.
Yeah,
like but he's like one of the biggest stars on the planet.
Yes,
like how Oasis was back in the day.
Yeah. But we find out that they're about to do a show in New York City at some arena, and they're going to their big hit single is a song called "Marry Me." They're going to perform it together and then get married on stage. And there's a lot of just like news clips, like you get to see Hoda from Hoda and Kathy Lee a bunch, like she's talking about it. Different news sources. Jimmy Fallon is in this movie a bunch.
The true villain.
I do think he knew. They make him out to be a real asshole in this movie, and I don't know if he knew. But we get to see all this, and then we see J-Lo and her team all kind of getting ready. She's getting a bunch of gifts, which I'm like, you're a fucking celebrity. Like, everybody's sending her, like, diamond necklaces.
That's just something that happens.
Yeah, man. And we get to meet a few people on her team. We get to meet her manager, played by the guy who plays Sam in not Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Like Jon Snow's buddy. He plays her manager.
And, like, honestly, you couldn't wear a fur coat in this movie just to make it work.
It wouldn't have fit his character.
I mean, at one point, he references Game of Thrones.
Owen Wilson does, yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, just put on a fur coat.
And we also get to meet her assistant, which I didn't catch her name, but she's kind of like her right-hand woman who's always filming everything for her. She's always looking at her social media for her, giving her, like, she helps move the plot along quite a bit, letting her know things are going on. So we get to see this, like, big, busy, she's big superstar getting ready for this big event. And then we cut to Owen Wilson's character. He plays Charlie Gibson. He's a math teacher, kind of a reserved, hates social media, single dad. His daughter thinks he's not cool.
Living in a badass apartment. He's got one of those movie badass apartments.
I'm not 100% sure, but I saw that apartment, and I don't know why, like, I thought this. I think it's the same apartment from that movie, The Vow, with Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, where she loses
really
her memory.
felt like it, didn't
it looked like it, and I was like, "How?" And then I was like, "Why do I fucking know this?"
Exposed brick everywhere.
Yeah, it was a big baller. I was like, "Why do I know?"
Do you know any actual teachers in real life?
I do. Yeah, they can't afford this apartment.
They're lucky when they have their electricity turned on.
Yeah, they can't afford
it.
it.
Is not. Yeah,
I'm thinking like, because he's a single dad. I'm thinking like his wife was a brain surgeon and he's getting the alimony or something. There's no way he can possibly afford.
I go with that.
This apartment on a teacher's salary.
You know, honestly, divorce court. Owen Wilson's trying to chat me up. Like, the guy's fucking charismatic.
Yeah.
I am going to give him the alimony.
Yeah. Sir, we're going to award you $50,000 a month. Wow. That's how that ended.
And that took us 7 minutes to get to our first wow.
But she doesn't say wow in this once, and I was pissed off about it. No, but he's getting his daughter ready for school. We find out, he's a math teacher. It's their first day. She's going to be going to the same school as him. And it sounds like I didn't get this because it doesn't sound like they ever. Maybe he's always gone to taught at that school, and she's just entering the first grade of that school.
It's something
because he doesn't live with her. He only gets her like 3 days a week. He says, "I don't know where the mom lives. We never get to meet her."
Which is real convenient for when you want to spend your alone time with J-Lo.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, what's your mom doing tonight?
But we find out that she's enrolled in the same school, so he takes her and drops her off, and they have an awkward exchange where she wants to go into the school alone, and he does the whole dad thing where he yells, "I love you," as she's like halfway across the crosswalk and all the kids hear it. She shoots him a dirty look. Oh, we also find out they have a very good boy.
Oh, yeah.
They have a big bulldog. His name's Tank. I love that dog.
Love it.
He's a good boy.
I never want to own a dog like that, but I love a dog that looks like it could stop breathing at any moment.
He certainly could. Owen Wilson, like he said, Charlie, he's a math teacher. He's big on math club. Like, he is the leader of the math club. This guy fucking loves math. They're in his class, and he's like getting all the kids ready for the big mathalon or math Olympics, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And class ends, and he calls one of his students up. And his daughter, when I guess when you're a new student in the school, you get a student to shadow that kind of shows you around, shows you the ropes, which I didn't have this when I was a kid. Not that I ever had to go to a new school, but when we had new kids in class, like, you just threw those kids to the wolves. Like, they were just in class and you had to just figure it out.
I actually had this. It wasn't like a school ordained thing, but like my first year in high school, basically my brother and all his friend group were seniors.
Yeah.
And each senior picked out a freshman.
Really?
And it was kind of like this, I'm going to show you the ropes around here and make you like kind of my guy. And his roommate picked me out. Yeah. And there were times I remember getting bullied, and 3 guys just grabbed the fucking bully and dragged him into the bathroom. And
we never saw that kid again.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
My very, very first class in all of high school, he grabbed me, took me to the back, and taught me how to make a gravity bong. Like, that was the very first thing I learned in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was. It was a fun year in that way.
Maybe that's why my school didn't do those sort of things. Because they knew better. But he pulls over this girl that his daughter's supposed to be shadowing, and he's just asking like how her first day is going, and he keeps saying things like. Eventually she's probably going to join the math club. She's very much into math. And she's like, oh, she didn't mention that at all. And he's like, well, she's shy. And she goes, no, she's been talking a lot. Like, you get the impression Owen Wilson doesn't really know his daughter as well as he thinks he does.
No.
And she's also like, oh, yeah, she told us all about David. And David's the new dad. And how cool he is. And how they went cave diving. And he's just like, oh, fuck.
I would not let my child go cave diving with a random David.
Well, he's not random. He's the new dad.
Bad shit happens in caves. I've never heard of a good thing happening in a cave.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. There's a fucking, depending on what time of year, you could run into a bear.
All I can think of is the movie The Descent, and that's fucking terrible things happen in that cave. So
not even like a cool club bear, like a fucking bear.
Yeah, not Yogi the Bear, folks. Yeah. Like the Revenant bear.
We're way off.
It's the most scariest bear I can think of. After class, he's in a stairwell. He has like a friend at school. It's played by Sarah Silverman, which she is the guidance counselor, but she acts like she runs that school. Like, she's involved in everything. Yeah. Like, she might as well be the principal. I didn't know why they made her the guidance counselor.
Well, they're like a clique, like the 3 of them.
And the Glee teacher, the Glee club teacher. But they're in the stairwell, and he's basically spying on his daughter from a flight up through a door. And the Glee Club teacher walks by, and his ringtone goes off, and it's the "Marry Me" song, the J-Lo, the Cat song. And they start talking about that, and you find out like that's the big thing on everybody's mind. This is an event, these two getting married.
Yeah.
And we find out that Sarah Silverman has a girlfriend, and that she's bought 3 tickets. And the weird dynamic: she's taking her girlfriend and her girlfriend's ex-girlfriend to this concert, and she's very excited about it.
I don't know how lesbians work.
Right? Hey, well, each their own.
You do what you do.
Later that night, Owen Wilson is like getting his daughter ready for bed, and he's like sitting on her bedside, and he brings over a photo album, and he's showing her, "Oh, remember this? Like, we went parasailing and all." He's like trying to be like, "I used to be a cool dad. Like, I'm still a fun dad."
Pretty sure David's trying to kill her fucking kid. Like,
but no, he was the one parasailing.
Oh, he was the one parasailing.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
He's like trying to show, and she's like, "I don't remember that. I was a baby. I don't even remember like you and mom together." And she's like, "Well, you used to be fun." He's like, "Well, yeah." And then he starts talking about the dog. He's like using the dog as a reference. He's like, we got the dog as a puppy. It was real playful and everything. And now, can't breathe that good. It can't really see. Any day could be its last. Yeah. And she's like, "Jesus Christ, is the dog dying?" He's like, No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make a fucking point." He's just trying to, I'm the fun dad, damn it. We get to see a few clips of J-Lo. I don't think she's like regretting the wedding thing, but I think she's getting nervous about like how big it is. Like, we see her watching. This is the first time I think we see Jimmy Fallon where he's making a bunch of jokes about the wedding and during his monologue, and she's like in the tub and she kind of like just sinks under the water.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, oh God. And like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
This is one of probably the only scene in the entire movie she's alone. Like, they make a point to have like 30 people around her at all times.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. We get to see her and Bastian practicing their vows. Well, I don't think he's there. I think she's just there doing her wedding dress fitting, and she's practicing her vows like on her phone. She's reading them. And everybody's like, "Oh, that's so good." Her team of people are just, right up her butt. We get to see at the school, Sarah Silverman comes in and is talking to Charlie, and she got dumped. And now she has like these tickets for this concert, and she's like, "Why don't you and your daughter, Lou, come with us or with me? Let me take you. Like, you can be the fun dad. Like, she's gonna love it. This would be a good way for you to like get fun dad points." So he says, "Okay." Cut to the concert. We get a very big live performance.
Oh yeah, man.
From J-Lo
with the nuns,
like BDSM nuns.
This was a whole kink that I didn't know I had.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
But she's singing this song called "Church." At least I assume, because they keep going, "Church, church, church, church." And it was just a bunch of sexy nuns dancing around.
And I actually wrote here, nun song. Not that bad.
Yeah, it was okay.
I get like a Madonna vibe from her more than a J-Lo
but it was
vibe.
like watered down Madonna is what I felt. But she's doing the whole performance, and we get to see Charlie in the crowd, and Sarah Silverman and his daughter are up dancing, and he's just kind of sitting in the seat, like not having a good time.
This is the first time I noticed under like stage lighting, like Owen Wilson's nose is fucking incredible. Like, that is just nuts.
So
it felt extra in this movie. I know it's always been broken, but this thing looked like a game of Marble Madness or something. Like, it was nuts.
I'm glad you brought it up. I feel like someone had it out for Owen Wilson in this movie, because he does not look like Owen Wilson in this movie.
No.
They lit him very harshly. And also, like, I've seen Owen Wilson in movies before this. I've seen him in stuff after this.
Yeah.
Who the fuck held him down and gave him Botox shots for this? Like, he looks so different. And, like, I don't know if they were like, he's going to be, like, up against Jennifer Lopez. Like, we got to make this guy more handsome.
That's what I would think, right? Because it doesn't really add up.
He looked like a plastic version of Owen Wilson. Like,
yeah.
It was like someone was wearing an Owen Wilson mask throughout this entire movie, and it really bothered me.
But, like,
they did not do him any favors.
I was blown away by the nose on this one.
His nose is jacked, yeah. But that was the least of my concerns, though. Like, the guy looked like he had clothespins holding his skin back behind. Like, if you look behind his head, there was just a line of clothespins.
They're only a year apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they really tried to young him up somehow, and it did not go well.
No.
I felt bad for Owen Wilson.
And, like, J-Lo naturally looks 20 years younger than she is, you know?
But after she finishes her song, Bastian comes out and he does his solo. And she goes backstage to get ready for the show-ending "Marry Me," the wedding, everything. She's getting on this wedding dress. And she sees everybody in the back, like, looking at their phones and looking at her and kind of giving her a weird vibe. And as she's about to go on stage. Bastian finishes his song, comes back, and he wants to talk to her, and the manager comes up and he's just like, no. And he pulls her away, and he shows her on her phone, page 6 caught him cheating. There's a video online of him making out with their assistant.
Yeah.
And as she finds this out, she just starts ascending into the heavens. Okay, first of all, he drags her backstage, but put her right on the pedestal to go out and perform, which I thought was a bad move.
Yeah.
But so this thing
that's a strong manager move. Is what it is.
Yeah, I guess
this guy, he knows how to do his managerial duties.
But she just found out this guy's been cheating on her. The platform raises. She comes up out of the stage in this giant wedding gown. All these backup dancers and performers. The crowd is going nuts. But they're also, you can see in the crowd, there's people looking at their phones and kind of talking, looking at her. They're all finding out real time the same thing that she just found out. She starts to walk down the stairs, and instead of singing, she starts talking. She starts giving this speech about, love and how their love is actually a lie. And she's more in love with the idea who a person is and not who they are. And she basically says, I'm not getting married. But instead, just picks a random guy out of the crowd to marry.
Well, and you missed the fact that at some point they were taking pictures of each other, and Sarah Silverman had a sign that said, "Marry me," and she goes, "Hold this."
Yeah.
So he's just standing there like a dope in the crowd.
Yeah.
Literally wearing a windbreaker.
Yeah.
And carrying a sign that says, "Marry me."
So she, locks eyes with him in the crowd, and is like, "You." And I thought it was amazing because on the screen behind her, it immediately cuts to Owen Wilson. Some cameraman knew exactly who she was talking about.
Fuck yeah.
And she pulls him up on stage, and there's a guy, a priest, who does the whole, do you take this guy and do you take her? And she says yes. They ask him, do you take Kat? And he goes, okay. And they're married.
He's shocked.
Yeah, but it's this whole part of the movie, it took me out of the whole thing because I was just there's no way. I get it, you have to suspend disbelief. But either one of these two could have been this is a bad idea at any point and been no, you know what, never mind. No, they just went through with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
it. Everybody probably thought it was fake. He'd be a plant.
Yeah, but they didn't. The two of them knew. And then, after they do the I do's, they kiss, and it's a pretty passionate kiss.
Yeah, they
for two people that didn't know each other.
Relationship in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really, carry through.
They kiss like Owen Wilson and J-Lo have kissed before.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And then Owen Wilson gets drug along for the most awkward backstage walk ever. They take him backstage, and you've got the Bastian guy, following her and, yelling and, saying, who the hell is this guy? What's going on? Why are we getting married? She's yelling.
Call him a weird albino?
Yeah, calls him a weird albino. She's yelling at her assistants. They get ushered off and into a car. And he gets, a car ride. First of all, you left your daughter.
See ya.
Yeah, you just left your daughter. He gets in this car, he gets driven back to J-Lo's place, and then she gets out, and she's like, all right, the driver will take you home. What? Why? Why didn't he just go home with his daughter? It's bad dadding.
I would have got out of the car with my new wife. I'd have been like, is this our digs?
Yeah, is this where we live now?
Yeah.
But now it's all over TV, and both of them act really surprised that this is all news now. And I'm like, hey, you had to have known. But you're a complete, an utter celebrity who just married a nobody. And yeah, the news is asking questions.
This felt it was just kind of pulling headlines from random starlets' lives. Like Britney Spears got married to that guy. Nobody even remembers his name. It was Vegas for 48 hours.
About Kevin Federline?
No. Before that, the first marriage.
Oh, yeah, I see.
I
don't remember it.
Met a guy at a bar in Vegas. They got married for 48 hours.
I wonder what that guy's doing right now.
Probably still living off the book deal.
Yeah, I would think. He's just doing conventions somewhere. That one guy that married Britney Spears.
You can meet him at
time.
Pittsburgh Comic-Con. He's in the corner.
Right next to Tom Savini and Virgil.
Yeah.
It's a deep cut for any that are from Pittsburgh or know about any of that stuff. But the next day, the manager is talking to J-Lo, and he's like, you know what? Out of all the scumbags you could have picked, people that awful people, and you actually picked a decent guy. This guy's a math teacher, single dad, no skeletons in his closet.
They had the deep dive.
Yeah, this is perfect. We can probably just let this blow over, and he'll be quiet and just kind of go off quietly. And she's like, or I could just stay married to him. And he's like, well, it wasn't a legal marriage. We didn't file the papers. She's like, well, file them. I'm like, is anyone going to ask Charlie if he's down for this? And I didn't really get her play here, but I think she basically, instead of having to be like, oh, I made a mistake, like that was just a stupid thing, let's make it like it was really my intention, and now this guy and I are going to try to get to know each other and see if we can make it work. Which seems like a worse idea to me.
I mean, isn't this the whole plot of like 90 Day Fiancé? Isn't that how that works?
There's
like
also there's a show where people get married without ever meeting each other.
Love at First Sight?
Maybe.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's it.
There's definitely a reality show called that. I don't know if that's the premise, but I've seen clips of like women on the altar, like seeing the guy they're going to marry for the first time, like that day as he walks down.
Wow.
The manager has to kind of sell Charlie on this. So he first offers him, which I thought he really fucking lowballed him here. He was like, give it 3 months, we'll give you 10 grand. And I was like, she's a pretty famous celebrity. Like, I'm looking for more than 10 grand for 3 months of my time.
Yeah.
You're basically upending this guy's life for 3 months. Sarah Silverman's also there, and she's like, money's not the way to get to him. Like, make it a charity kind of thing, like do a fundraiser for the math club, or, you know, and she even says, like, let's make it 6 months and like build a math wing on the school.
She's a good bro. Mm-hmm. She's like a great wingman in this movie.
Yeah. But he ends up agreeing to do it. They're going to donate money to the school if he does this for a certain amount of time. They're just going to try to get to know each other for like 3 months and just see what happens. He goes to school. The paparazzi are there. Like, there's already like a crowd following him around everywhere. So his life is completely different now. They take him and Sarah Silverman to go meet up with Kat. They're going to do a press conference to discuss like what's going on. And they have to have like this weird handshake. No, not a handshake, but a hug. Like reintroduction, even though they've already made out in front of an entire arena full of people.
I mean, at this point, I don't know if there's a shot in which he even has told her his name. I mean, I'm sure she knows it by now.
Well, they did all that research on him, I would hope so.
Yeah, so they must.
He knows his blood type. But you can see, like, they're already booking interviews for the entire week. They're talking about the Today Show and all these things. And Charlie's just like, I have, like, a life. I'm a school teacher. I'm not going to change my schedule.
I appreciate this guy sticks to his guns.
He really does. He's like, I'm Monday through Friday. I have school from this time to this time. 3 days a week I do math club. Like, I'm available this time to this time every day. I've got nothing going on. But no, I'm not doing anything during school. We also find out he
doesn't mention I'm not doing anything while I have my daughter either. He's just like, fuck her.
No, he doesn't. He says I have my daughter like 3 days a week. That's how I knew he has her, because that's when he says I have her 3 days a week.
She seems very convenient in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, she's there when she needs to be.
Yeah, well, she'll have 3 days a week. He's also very anti-social media. We get a scene where Kat has to step away for a minute, and she's doing an Instagram video promoting like a juicer. And then she's taking selfies, and he's just like, there's never been a selfie that was like needed. Social media is just like, it's not who you really are. He's just very anti-social media. They have the press conference, and he does pretty good. Like, they're asking, like, why are you doing this? And he has like a lot of good answers, and the crowd pretty much buys into what they're doing.
I wrote down here, like, for being a rom-com, he's not funny in this movie at all, but he's incredibly sincere. And he makes it like...
He is very sincere,
He makes it work for him. Like, he makes it seem like he's interesting just through his, ability to be outside of the bullshit.
He just seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's a nice, harmless, a little boring, but sweet and nice.
Yeah, he sticks to his fucking guns, and he's just like, yeah, we'll make this work. This sounds all right. Like, you seem okay. My daughter likes you.
Yeah, and he says, like, during the press conference, like, people meet randomly all the time in strange places and end up having relationships. He's like, so why not give this a shot and see what happens? They go back. He says he has to go because he has a date with his dog. Like, he's got to take his dog out to go to the bathroom. And after the press conference, everybody's kind of like, all right, this guy's pretty good. Like, and one of the assistants is even like, hey, we'll change the Today Show thing. We'll work around your schedule. We'll make sure, like, we're not going to infringe on your personal time. So he's kind of earned that from them already just by being the good soldier and doing the right thing during the press conference. They're like, all right, we can work with this guy. That night he has dinner with his daughter, like sitting at the apartment watching TV. And he's kind of just now explaining to her what's going on. And he says, like, he tells her it's just publicity. Like, none of it's real. And he shows her, like, he pulls out an iPhone He's like, look, this is all the stuff I have scheduled. And she's like, you have an iPhone now? And he's like, yeah, they're making me use it. Like, you can tell he was never like much of a technology guy.
Yeah, he had like a flip phone before.
Yeah. And he's like, here's all like the appointments I have and these different things. And he tells her that, like, they're going to go bowling. Like, that's one of the things they have planned. So the next scene is them at a bowling alley. They're trying to show her do things that he likes to do. And
I don't even think it's something he likes to do. I think they're just like, yeah, this guy looks like he bowls.
Yeah, maybe. But he seems like he knows what he's doing. Like he throws.
Like it'd have been more or it would have been more appropriate if they were building model trains together or something. By the look of Owen Wilson,
he seems like
wearing little conductor hats.
He seems like he likes bowling. I thought it was a him thing, but he's trying to show her. He's like, all right, because he assumes that she doesn't know how because she's this like rich celebrity. He's like, here's how you bowl. Like here's what you do. And she bowls a strike, and like turns out she's a ringer. Like she knows how to bowl. Yeah. She's good at it. And they're Instagram living everything. Like
constantly followed by a gentleman with a camera. The Kofi.
Kofi, yeah.
It's so much that they name this guy, but he has 0 lines.
No, he has a few scenes. Like he's in a few scenes, but he has a name.
Yeah, like there's his only line is one where she's like, "All right, you can fuck off for the night," and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And like walks away. Like this guy's basically a background actor that is in every scene with the two of them alone.
But she's supposed to go to some party and he has to go home, and she says, you know what, I want to see your place. Like I want to meet your dog. Let's go back to your place. So they go back, and like you said, Kofi's there following him around, and she says something to the effect like, we're alone now. He's like, yeah, except for this guy. So he films like all my content for my video series and all that stuff. And he kind of persuades her to ask him to leave, and that's when we get Kofi's one big line where she dismisses him for the evening, and he says, "Okay." We get to know about Charlie's like divorce and why his marriage didn't work out, and her views on marriage. She believes in marriage, even though he says to her, "Haven't you been married like 6 times?" And she talks. It's only 3, I think.
Yeah,
is what she says. But much like the real J-Lo, she's been engaged a few times. It hasn't worked out. But she believes in love, and like she really believes in like you can find the right person. They take a dog for the walk, and we also find out too that she's very forgiving of her exes. Like she talks about how the first engagement she had, the guy like released a sex tape of her, and she still tried to forgive him and work it out.
Yeah,
and now we're talking about Bastion, how he cheated on her, and she's like, well, there's still good in people and this stuff.
I do appreciate during this scene. Did you notice there's multiple scenes where they're walking alone? Or with Kofi. They basically walk him like they walk Tank.
Yeah.
But like there's multiple scenes every time in the background you see that giant black Escalade slowly creeping.
Oh, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, like her car or her driver is always slowly creeping behind.
That's smart, because I was wondering, there are a lot of scenes of them just walking the streets of the city.
Yeah.
And no one's around. I'm like,
this guy would get out and murk somebody.
Someone would bother them, I'm sure. We get more J-Lo singing, and it's over a montage. The montage is just nothing really crazy. Like, honestly, I kind of zoned out during this montage, but it's a lot of just them doing like little random things together, interviews.
I mean, they hit it off immediately.
Him at the school with the paparazzi, just kind of showing both their lives now that they're in this together. And the montage ends with them on the red carpet for an event, and Bastion comes back. And talks to her for a minute, and it tells her that he's in Puerto Rico, but he came back for the night for this event.
This is my favorite line in the movie, because he looks at Owen Wilson, he's like, hey man, like, no hard feelings, and he's like, no feelings at all, bro. Like, he's like literally like, I don't even know you.
Yeah, right. And then we get you get to see like they are really starting to kind of at least become friends. Like she's out of town. I think she's in Europe for a tour or something. And they're talking every night on the phone. We get like a phone conversation. The two of them just kind of talking about their days and what they're up to. And it's a nice little...
I like that. He said, call me if you get lonely. Mm. And like less than 20 seconds later, the phone rings. And he's like, lonely already, I was like, oh, that's cute. That's some real relationship shit.
Yeah, it really is. They're at the school again, and he's with the math club, and they're working on things. And we find out... his daughter's like finally joined the math club, even though there's never been a point in the movie where she showed any interest in this, and everybody kept saying she didn't want to be in it. She's in it. And Kat shows up to the school unannounced, like just surprise visit to the school. And Sarah Silverman brings her into the class, and she gets to meet the daughter. And we find out through them talking that, she was hesitant to join the math club because she was in one the year prior. She has really bad stage fright, and she lost it for her team.
Dude, stage fright's a motherfucker.
See, I've never experienced that.
Yeah, I've seen you get up and you pretty much own the stage.
I try, yeah.
I've done the same here
takes
and there.
me, so I don't have stage fright. I need push to get to the stage. And then once I'm up there, I'm fine.
Yeah, you kind of black out a little bit and just trust that you're not going to, I don't know, say something racist.
I don't have to trust that I won't. I just won't, CJ.
Yeah, but I've definitely once or twice had actual real stage fright where because I play the harmonica and I get invited once in a while to go play for a song somewhere.
Yeah.
And I did it at a bar. One of my bosses was playing guitar. He was like, "Come on up." And I literally could not move my fucking legs.
Really?
My heart started pounding. I was like, I just fucking played at a bar that was more packed than this 3 days before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't fucking do it. I was half drunk too. I should have been running up there.
Yeah. Well, if you want to learn anything from J-Lo, you got to distract your mind to get past those things.
Dance.
She tells the kids. Well, she actually has them bring up a video of her at the VMAs getting stage fright and forgetting her lines.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which I don't think that's stage fright. It doesn't. That's not. She was already up there. She was singing. She just forgot her lines. That was just a brain fart. Is all that was.
Well, and then she shit the bed while she was there. Yeah.
But she explains to them that the way she got over it was she made her dance routine so complicated and complex that's all she thought about was the dancing. So the singing just kind of happened.
See, that wouldn't work for me. I'm a big boy. I got to be aware of where my body is at all times.
Well, that's what you do. Then you're really concentrating on the dancing, just so you don't fall off stage.
That borders on assault
or trample someone. So there's a whole scene where she gets the kids, she starts choreographing a dance for them, and they're dancing as Charlie's asking them math questions, and they're all nailing it. So it's working. And then we get a little fun little dance party where all the kids just get into the middle and do each kid gets their own little dance, and then Sarah Silverman gets a dance, and J-Lo gets in there and dances around.
The Glee teacher cuts in and starts dancing.
Everybody's dancing. She ends up taking Charlie and his daughter back to her place for dinner or whatever, and she's at the piano playing a song, but she doesn't have lyrics. The daughter asks her if you have lyrics yet, and she says, "No, I haven't been able to think of them." And this is a big theme throughout the movie. They say it multiple times. But Charlie's thing for math class is always if you can't figure out the answer to a problem, he says, sit in the problem for a while and the answer will come to you. The daughter tells her this. You just got to sit with it for a while and eventually it'll come. The daughter leaves the room for a minute and they sit down and they're talking. And there's a scene where she takes a weave out of her hair.
Yeah, she rips her extensions out.
And drops it on the ground and Wilson starts stomping on it like it's an animal.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
It just seemed like a weird thing. I've heard I'm gonna get comfortable, go throw some sweats on or something, but let me rip my weave out in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never worn a weave. I don't know when the right time to take it out.
It looks itchy. To have hair extensions in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he tells her you don't need all that. You're actually really attractive without it. And he says, without that, you're good to go. He says, this is his way of saying she's pretty. He says, you're good to go. Now, the assistant comes in and is like, hey, Puerto Rico's good to go. The plane leaves tomorrow morning. And she's like, oh, I didn't know anybody was in here. And he kind of puts it together that Bastian said he was in Puerto Rico. And he says to her, listen, if that's why you're going, I get it. That's totally fine. I just don't want to see you make a mistake. And he was like, I would like to invite you to the school formal tomorrow. Stay here and be my date to the dance. It was sweet. It was a nice moment.
One of those, I got really nothing to offer you next to, the fucking Bad Bunny of this movie.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have a good time.
I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to throw it out there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And she agrees to go. So, she pulls up. She is not dressed for a high school dance. I don't think they would have let her in. She's got, a very low-cut top. Not even low-cut. There's just no middle to it. It's just boobapalooza, at a high school dance.
Yeah.
And a very high slit on the side. But she rolls in, he gives her a corsage.
She picked out all the clothing for this movie, too.
I read
that, yeah.
They get in there. The whole dance like stops. The Glee teacher makes everybody stop, and they perform her song for her. He's a lot. Like he's very extra. The Glee teacher. He's a big fan. I have too, but I don't.
He's always funny.
Yeah, and he's like saying, "Oh, kids singing for concerts is very big right now." He's trying to get the Glee kids like on her show. And then we just get a few scenes of them like enjoying the dance. They're sitting around, they're having punch. There's like a picture station where they get their prom pictures taken, basically. And then J-Lo is just like, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and go out and perform for these kids. And she gets up as unprovoked performance.
I've said the same thing before. Been dragged out of the building.
You're not J-Lo, my friend.
She's wearing the same dress. High slits.
I'm surprised you made it to the stage before they kicked you out. So she goes up on stage, she performs a song. This is where we get like the Owen sploosh.
Yeah, like, she performs it to him.
Yeah, and I don't feel like he ever like really had a moment before this where he was like, "Oh, I like this woman."
Yeah,
and this is
to him, it's always been not even a business arrangement. He actually says a few times, he's like, "I just feel bad for her. Yeah, like I want her to be okay. Like I want her to be happy. Yeah, and if that's me pretending to do this, this is the first time where he's like." Oh shit, she's singing at me.
Yeah. They show after the dance that they're walking, and he tells her like that's his new favorite song, and she asks him what his favorite song was before that, and he tells her a story about his mom and how they used to watch a lot of musicals together. And there's a song from the musical Camelot that is his his song that was always his favorite song. So he takes her back to the apartment for some show tunes, and he puts an album on, and he's playing the song from and she asks him to dance, and they start dancing. And then they kiss for real, like a real kiss, not like we're on stage and just got married kiss. Like
and
this
then
is
they
like
shack up.
And then they wake up. We get the next morning thing.
Since we lost last week's episode with all the intense descriptions of sex, are you feeling like you need to fill it in here?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I'm tapped out. So, but we get like the next day, like this is a very much like a rom-com trope where she's walking around the house wearing one of his shirts. However, this shirt on her, it was like a 3X. Like this was not Owen Wilson's shirt. It was gigantic. They're probably the same size, her and Owen Wilson. This shirt looked like a grown man. Like this looked like one of my shirts if she was walking around in it. So I kind of think that she just takes like a man's oversized shirt in her to-go bag so she can wear it around in the morning as like a nightgown. She gets a call and they're gonna, from her assistant, I assume. And she's like, no, let's cancel that. Like, we don't need to do that meeting today. And he's like, oh, you're rearranging your plans for me, like, to spend the day with me. And she's like, yeah, kinda.
Make it worth it.
Yeah. She sees a picture on his wall of him and his mother. And they talk about his mom a little bit more and how they used to go to, like, I guess it's like Coney Island. I don't know. It's like a big Ferris wheel on a dock somewhere. And it was like their special place, him and his mom. They call it the wishing wheel. He starts talking to her about how he doesn't think she's self-sufficient. And she has all this help from people. And he doesn't know if she can do something on her own. So he makes her a deal. He's like, he wants her to have a day where she has no help, no assistance, no nothing. And she says, okay, but you're going to get on social media. That's like the deal. She'll do it if he does that. So we get the scene of their day of her trying to do things without any help. And they go to her vacation home. And she's locked out and can't get in. So, first she tries to, call for her assistant. And he's like, nope, you can't. Mm-hmm. She's looking under the mat for a key and all this stuff. She ends up just, breaking the window with a rock.
Yeah, she just breaks a window and rolls in.
Yeah, and this is, how she fucking gets through a day without any help. She fucking B&Es.
Doesn't matter how you get to the finish line.
Yeah. And then we see, I guess this is supposed to prove to us that she doesn't know how to do things on her own. She's trying to make a smoothie and just turns the blender on with no lid on it, which is just fucking...
Just covered. Yeah, that's just stupid. The next scene, though, when they're eating and she's trying to figure out the remote that looks more advanced than all the electronics in my house combined. Yeah. And I'm like, that doesn't prove that she doesn't know how to do anything. It proves that she doesn't know how to use a remote that's designed by fucking NASA.
Yeah. She's she's lowering shutters. She's turning on the fireplace. Every button does something different. She hits one button and the wall spins around. There's a sex dungeon behind it with a bunch of chains and stuff. A heart-shaped bed. That didn't really happen. I wish it did, though.
That'd have been great. Yeah. Chick flick to a dick flick right there.
Then we see at school that he started his own Instagram. It's basically just like a math teacher, and he gets his own website. One of the kids made him a website.
500,000 followers in one day.
All thanks to J-Lo, obviously. Like this random ass white bread math teacher isn't getting all those followers for nothing. It's because he's Mr. Lopez. Owen Lopez. For his birthday, they're in the back of her limo, and she gives him like a present. He opens up, and it's a blindfold. And again, this goes back to the weird sex dungeon I was just talking about. She blindfolds him, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know this was like something you were into." She takes him, and she like rented out the carnival or whatever this place is, this amusement park on the dock.
Coney Island.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Wonder Wheel.
Oh, is that a real thing? Okay.
Yeah, the Wonder Wheel is like a big, it's major attraction there.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They just called it the Wishing Wheel instead.
Yeah. Well, it is called the Wonder Wheel.
In the movie,
it says it on the sign, but he calls it the Wishing Wheel because of his mom, so this is like her present to him as she, brought him there. All the lights come on. They get on the Wonder Wheel, and they're going around, and he tells her to make a wish, and she makes a wish, and she says, "All right, now it's your turn." He goes, "Already got mine." Very mushy, romantic.
That's how you get a hand job on the Ferris wheels.
Jesus. They're at the school again practicing for the mathathon, and Bastian just shows up with all of his security guards, and her agent walks in right ahead of him, saying he's trying to get a hold of her, but he couldn't. And just anybody can walk into this school whenever they want. It's amazing.
Lockdown, man.
Yeah.
When you're rich, though, you could do shit.
Yeah, but he came to let her know that like their song got nominated for a Grammy, the "Marry Me" song, and that he really wants her. He's doing a show at Madison Square Garden in 2 days and wants her to come and perform with him. Owen's not really happy about it, or Charlie. He's kind of like he sees like you're gonna get up on stage with this like very handsome Latin man. You're gonna sing this romantic song like. I'm going to lose you to this.
It is kind of some bullshit, though, where it's like, they made reference to the fact she's never been nominated for anything before.
Yeah.
And now she's nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, and he says to her, he's like, award shows don't even mean anything. They're meaningless. It's bullshit. He wasn't handling it well.
This is like the one time where he's just kind of a dick about it.
Yeah, he's afraid he's going to lose her. And then she basically just gets like swept away. Like all the assistants swoop in, like, we got to get you ready. We got to get costuming and rehearsals, like all this stuff. And they take her away. He doesn't go to the performance, but he watches it from home with his daughter and Sarah Silverman. He's watching it on TV, and we get the whole basically performance of this song. J-Lo loves getting just raised up out of the floor. She comes up out of the floor dressed like a gladiator, or like looking like she's about to like.
She looks like Hera or something.
She just got chosen from like whatever district to represent the Hunger Games. Like she's just coming up out, ready to go.
And, this is a sentence I never thought I'd write down before. I wrote, "This man is song banging her," and he really does. Like he is really laying it on.
He's got some. He's bringing the Latino heat.
Yes,
as he is. And they do the whole song, and Sarah Silverman and it's obvious to everyone watching because she's like, "You got to get your ass to the garden, like right now."
Yeah, his daughter is like, "Get your ass to the garden." Okay. Yeah.
So he shows up to like this after party dressed like a school teacher. Is it khakis and like a button down and a tweed jacket, and everybody else is wearing like sequin gowns.
Yeah, he has to talk people into even letting him into the event.
Yeah. But he goes in and he breaks up with her, like for no reason.
This is the most unrealistic thing ever.
See now.
This guy's punching above his weight class a little bit.
He is, but I think that's the problem. Like, I think he's insecure. And he's just like, why wouldn't you want that, like, handsome Latin stud over there? Like, I'm nobody. And so he's just like, I'm just going to break this off now because it's going to happen eventually. Like, we're not meant to be together. Like, that's how I got, that's what I felt. I thought it was actually pretty realistic. So he breaks up there, he leaves. We get like a sad J-Lo song montage where she's singing with like a choir and a big like
it's the song band. It's the one she was trying to finish.
Yeah, it is a song. She's finally found the words for it. And during the montage, so it's her singing, and we get to see a lot of scenes of him just walking down the city streets and just like can't get away from her. Like there's ads, there's billboards, there's stuff everywhere. And we also get like...
That would suck.
It would. It really would.
Imagine breaking up with a girl just being absolutely devastated, and she is just everywhere.
Yeah, it would. It'd be terrible.
Like every time you turn on the radio, the TV,
that would leave the
really
house.
Suck.
But you also get like a little, like, you get to see the charts, and you get to see this song going from like 10 to 7 to 5 till eventually it makes it all the way to the top. Like the song's a huge hit. Also during this, which I thought this showed a lot of growth, during the montage, we get to see her make a smoothie and she actually puts the lid on the blender and turns it on. And then she looks at it like,
personal growth.
Yeah, I miss the man that taught me how to use this fucking appliance. The manager drops off.
If I went upstairs right now and told my wife, like, I'm going to show you how to use this blender, she'd be like, fuck you. The proper way for a woman to answer that.
Well, she's not a Grammy-nominated pop star either. God bless your wife.
That's true.
You know, she's had time to learn how to use a blender. She hasn't been making hit after hit after hit and touring the country.
I know how to use it, and therefore I know that I don't like using it.
The manager drops off the check for Charlie at the school, and he like refuses to take it. He says it doesn't feel right taking money to like be in a relationship, because he actually ended up like falling in love with this woman. Like, why would he want to get paid for it? He's about to head off to the Math Olympics, mathathon. I don't know what the fuck. It's a math something, and Mathapalooza, and they're all getting on the bus to leave, and then we get a scene of
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Kimmel again, right?
Jimmy Fallon. No, not yet. The makeup girl is like getting her ready for Fallon. And she says to her, I'm following Charlie on Instagram. Like, are you guys still friends? I just sent him a DM wishing him good luck on the mathathon tomorrow, but he hasn't really answered me back, which is understandable. She's like, that's tomorrow. The mathathon's tomorrow.
Makeup girl, weird cameo.
Why? Who is that?
I wish I could remember her name, but she plays the woman that's not Kristen Bell in The Good Place.
Oh.
So she was kind of in a hot spot right then.
Yeah.
And it's weird for her to have like a 20-second cameo.
Well, again, that movie was filmed way before it actually came out. So because of COVID. So maybe it was before she was on that show. But, she goes on Fallon and he's talking. It's her and Bastian on Fallon. And Jimmy Fallon is like, you guys say you're not together, but you did the song Marry Me. And then Bastian wrote a song for you. And then the song that's been climbing the charts is called On My Way. You wrote that for Bastian. Like, what's the next song going to be called? Let's just get it over with already. And he's like, all right, we're going to cut to commercial. When we come back, they're going to perform for us. They cut to commercial, and she's like, I didn't write that song for him. I wrote it for somebody else. I wrote that for Charlie. And
for the guy that you called my Uber driver earlier.
Yeah. And she gets up and walks out during the commercial break. Like, she gives Bastian like a kiss, like just saying like, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Good luck with everything, but I'm out. Like, I got to go.
You good?
Yeah. She leaves and she tells her manager she's going to Peoria, Illinois, because that's where the mathathon is.
It's where Wayne and Garth do their things.
Yeah. And
I've never heard of Peoria.
No, it's
Illinois.
Aurora.
Oh, that's Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora.
Oh, shit.
Peoria is different. It's right next to Aurora, probably. But she tells her her manager, he's like, well, I'll get a plane, I'll do this, I'll do that. She's like, no, I'm doing this on my own. This is my favorite part of the movie, because she gets to Illinois, and in no way does she do any of this on her own. First thing she does is she hops in the back of a limo, and she goes, to the airport. I'm like, all right.
You're absolutely right.
I'm like, all right, that's not your own. Like, you've got a limo. But it's funny because they peel out, and the manager's like, that's not even your car. But the guy listens to her and takes her to the airport. So doesn't do that on her own. Then she gets to the airport. She goes up to the ticket desk, and they're like, I'm sorry, but there aren't any flights to Peoria. Like, the best we can do is tomorrow. And she's like, no, I have to get there, like, for the mathathon. She offers to buy anyone's ticket in line for $5,000. And this is illegal, which I didn't know it was illegal to buy someone's plane ticket.
Yeah, it sounds weird, right?
But it makes sense, because, like, you do got to put all your information in, and, like...
That's true.
Especially, like, the way things are today, like, you can't just have, like, a random person be flying as somebody else. So it does make sense, but it never dawned on me. But the manager shows up, and he's like, hey, I got you the last ticket to Illinois. I also brought you your passport. I don't know why. You're just flying to Chicago. And here's a bunch of money. And I'm like, okay, again, you didn't do that on your own. Someone came and helped you. She's on the plane, and she's, I like this too. She's like, I'd like to buy caviar and champagne for everyone on the plane. And the stewardess is like, this isn't that kind of plane.
This is Spirit Airlines. You're lucky you have a fucking window on your plane.
She's like, we have ham wraps, cheese cubes, and Michelob Ultra. And she goes, all right then, ham wraps and Michelob Ultra for everyone. and then from a guy off screen. It's my favorite part of the movie. I laughed so hard. Like, this movie did not make me laugh. This one part, though, because there's a guy off screen that just goes, "What about the cheese cubes?" And she's like, "And the cheese cubes, please." Which I would have been that guy. I would have been like, "Ma'am, she said there were cheese cubes as well. You're a celebrity."
It's fucking true.
Please. And then she's like, "Also, I'd like to buy someone's winter coat." Because she's not dressed for Chicago. She gets to the airport, and Sarah Silverman's waiting for her because the manager called ahead and got someone there to meet her at the airport. Again, not doing anything by herself.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah Silverman has ordered them an Uber, which she also didn't do. But the Uber's going to be like 45 minutes late. And they're like, "Well, that's not enough time." So Sarah Silverman jumps in front of an airport shuttle bus and convinces the guy to drive them there. Also, someone else did this.
Yes.
So this whole thing of her, like, I want to be independent and get there on my own.
This. That's amazing.
She didn't do a single thing on her own. We cut to the math-a-thon, and we find out we're down to, like, the nitty-gritty of it. This is the final question. The next person up is Lou, who is Charlie's daughter. And these math kids are fucking brutal. Like, they're, like, heckling her.
Holy shit,
and giving her a
man.
hard time.
Even the other coach is kind of a dick.
Yeah, the other coach is a dick. Like, he's like, "Oh, I know your daughter has, like, problems. Like, we could just call this right now if you want to save her the embarrassment and go up there and choking." And the daughter gets up there and they ask the question and she freezes. So she looks down at Charlie and he starts doing, like, a choreographed dance to, like, remind her, like, "Hey, dance, take your mind off of it." This goes on forever until she finally starts dancing and then gets the answer. And the judge is like, "That's correct. But you're also out of time."
Yeah.
And I'm like, why isn't there a buzzer? Like, how long were they going to let her go past the time limit before they were
I mean, this was a solid, like, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they finally, like, scream out the answer, not even at the last second, past the last second.
Yeah, but as all this is going on, Kat walks in, and she sees him dancing. She's, like, in the crowd. Like, the tension is high. She's rooting for the daughter. She doesn't get it right. But Charlie goes up on stage and he tells his daughter how proud he is of her. And she got it right. And it doesn't matter that they lost. Like, he's really proud of her. And she's crying, but she's happy that he's proud. And why, they couldn't have just let the kid win the fucking thing? Like, we couldn't have ended this on a note where she won them. Why? What was the point of that?
I don't know.
Give this kid a win.
Leave her in the cave.
Piss me off. But then we see, they all see that Kat showed up. And she has signs, like she's shooting her shot, saying that he's the guy that she wants. She holds up a sign that says "Marry me," and then gets handed another sign that says "Again." He comes down, kisses her, and then we get to see, like, a weird scene of Bastian, like, with 2 girls. So, like, he's doing fine. Good. He
looks sad for a second. And
then they pan out. And he's with, like, 2 like beautiful women, and he's like, "Everything's fine. Everything's
working out.
Everything's okay." And then we get, like, these, like, little snippets of couples. And it starts out people from the movie. Like, it's the manager and that makeup girl. And like, "Hey, we met on the stage of Fallon." And then it's Kat's assistant and the shitty
shitty coach.
The math coach that we just met, like, seconds before. And they're talking about how they met. And then we just see, like, some real people, I feel like. And I don't know who any of these people are.
I read this was like a kind of an homage to When Harry Met Sally.
I saw
which
that
I haven't
too.
seen
I haven't
yet.
either. We'll see it eventually.
But I guess that movie ends with...
It doesn't end. From what I read, there's clips like that interspersed between scenes of the movie.
Yeah, of
where
people that met and fell in love on the movie set.
Yeah. So they do that whole thing, and then the very last one is, like, Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez, and like, "Oh, we met at a concert," and then it fucking credits.
That's it. Movie.
That's it. That's the movie. Any grand gesture, CJ Flowers?
I actually deep dived Jennifer Lopez for this because I remember last time I'd said, like, I wasn't really interested in her. I didn't know much about her. And
I'm telling you, there's a movie on this list that I cannot wait for us to roll that she's in that is fantastic.
I've heard that her romantic comedies are pretty damn good.
It's not even a romantic comedy.
Oh, really? But I did a little bit more of a deep dive because I always just heard she was your average, like, crappy diva. And I'm thinking a lot of these stories that I heard were probably Mariah Carey, and I'm just racist or terrible or something. I don't know. Maybe not racist, but They're probably Mariah Carey, and I'm just a dickhead and can't tell them apart.
Okay.
So like, I actually looked up, like, there's some stories about her being a diva and crappy, and then there's a lot of them about her just being a decent, warm individual, which I like that. That made me happy to hear that, like, some people had good experiences with her, because I'm realizing more and more, like, I don't think these people really have a personality. They just have a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, in this movie, I actually seem to show it off a lot more, where she does make some decisions, but I don't really believe that, like, Miley Cyrus. I don't believe that Miley Cyrus has a say in her own life anymore.
Oh,
like, she's probably
she's
told
one
who
that
to
might.
date. Okay,
because I feel like she does what she wants.
Yeah, like, I think, like, for the most part, though, it's like, this is who you're dating this month.
Yeah.
This is where we're going. This is what you're doing tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
You're eating this because you've gained a quarter pound last month.
Yeah. I wish I had that kind of oversight.
Just the team that does everything for you. Yeah, so, like, I don't know.
Tells me what to eat, when to sleep. I'd love that.
After looking her up a little bit, I feel like I like her a bit more.
Okay.
And I actually liked her in this movie. This movie was way better than the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Way better.
I would say it's true. That kind of leads into one of my things that I have. This actually has which isn't that good of a score, but it's a fresh score, apparently. I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes works. But this has a 61% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is the highest rated romantic comedy by Jennifer Lopez on Rotten Tomatoes. So
okay.
It's all downhill from here.
Great.
It did have a really good audience score, though. Like, because I watched this on Peacock, and when you bring a movie up on Peacock, it shows you the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah, same here.
And it was like a 61, but it was a 91 audience score. Which typically I tend to lean towards the audience score.
I feel it.
When I look at things, because I'm like, I'm audience. Like, if a lot of people liked it, maybe I will too.
You are not a film critic. Well, at this point, you have publicly rated a lot of movies.
Yeah. The other thing I thought was interesting was that wedding dress that she wears on stage weighed 95 pounds, and she actually suffered a hip injury from having to wear it during long shoots. Can you imagine, like, 95 pounds draped over your body? That's like a small human. Like, you're just carrying.
What do Marines wear? Marines carry like 40 pounds when they're running around. Yeah.
Jalen's like a Marine, basically.
You can't say that. Like, you see these women on like red carpets and stuff. Some of them are suffering for the art.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she fucking. Jennifer Lopez, I don't think I can carry around 95 pounds for that long, so good for her.
And she probably doesn't weigh much more than that. So yeah, that's some strength.
Good on you, J-Lo. All right, let's chick flick it to a dick flick it. I'm going to go first.
All right.
Mine's very brief.
I'm hoping you don't have mine.
I doubt it, because mine's not really involved. But there was just a scene where, like, this movie could have turned on a dime for me, and I was just like, that's it. Like, as soon as it happened, I was like, this is it. Whenever she finds out that he's been cheating on her, and they raise her up, and she comes up, and the whole audience is just looking at her, and everybody's kind of, like, whispering back and forth, talking about her. And she just kind of has, like, this glassy look. Like, she's just like, I don't know, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, she's processing everything. I wanted it to go full, like, Stephen King's Carrie. And all of a sudden, like, all the fucking doors slam shut.
Oh, shit.
And, like, fire erupts from the back of the stage. And, like, Jennifer Lopez has just lost her mind and has kinetic powers and just goes on a rampage and just slaughters this whole arena of people. And it's just Owen Wilson, like, and his daughter and Sarah Silverman trying to survive. Like, J-Lo having just mentally snapped and just murdering an arena full of people with her mind. Yeah. Like, someone's head explodes right next to him. He's like, wow. What the fuck?
It's fucking great.
That's mine. I just wanted it to turn into, like, a supernatural, like, fucking horror. Like, trapped in this arena with this psychic fucking monster.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I actually, same scene for me.
No, really?
Is she comes up, all that stuff happens, and she goes, well, maybe you just got to marry somebody, and she points out in the audience at Owen Wilson, but instead, she moves a few feet over, and there's Josh Hartnett. Have you seen the movie Trapped?
I have. I thought about this when I was watching this too. I almost did the same one as you, because that was going through my head.
So that was the new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
Where Josh Hartnett plays a serial killer who is trapped in a huge stadium performance like this, and he's trying to figure out a way to get out of there
with his daughter.
Caught. And this is the way he's getting out, is suddenly he's going to marry J-Lo.
Yeah, and he does in that movie like sneakily get backstage with the performer by using his daughter, essentially.
Yes. And
I thought about that a lot.
And it becomes a whole thing. Like, because J-Lo, I've seen, the only movie before this list that I had seen her in was a suspense movie. I wish I could remember the name.
You ever see The Cell?
The Cell.
Yeah,
that is it.
That's a great movie.
She's got the chops.
Yeah.
Like, she could pull this off.
Oh, yeah, she's a good actress.
Acting opposite Psycho Josh Hartnett.
Yeah. Which Trapped, by the way, not a bad movie.
I was gonna say that's another one. Terrible critic reviews.
Yeah, I kind of liked it. I wasn't expecting
it beginning
much.
to end. Was into it.
Yeah, because M. Night Shyamalan has let me down a lot recently. But that was not a bad movie. All right, I like that. And we were on the same brainwave because I very well could have went with that because I was thinking it as I was watching it. So great minds think alike. Let's Nick Cage it.
He's got to be Kofi.
The guy.
The silent guy following around the camera.
Yeah, he's just there but never says anything.
Yeah. It's just him. He's like smoking a cigarette the entire time.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that.
That's who I want him to be.
This is like a twofer, kind of. Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson are both in the movie Anaconda.
Yes, they are.
Which also stars Jon Voight.
Oh.
Jon Voight is in both of the National Treasure movies as Nicolas Cage's father.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so there you go. Nice and easy.
Nice.
So I took two stars from this movie and connected them both to Nicolas Cage.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Let's rate it.
I want you to go first. I'm not sure where I want to be here.
I'm honestly not sure either. It's got to be like right in the middle, maybe a little above. No, 2.5. This movie was just average.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't, like, it wasn't offensive in any way. I didn't hate it, but it also was just, I mean, first of all, the premise, like, I was just, like, why would he agree to this? Like, why wouldn't you just say no? Like, why? None of this all could have been avoided. I'll tell you what, you know what? This movie is very similar in some ways to a movie we reviewed recently, Long Shot, where like this megastar and this kind of like schlubby guy end up together and fall in love. Long Shot did it a million times better.
Okay.
But, like, I really like that movie. This movie was just kind of boring for me. I didn't think the chemistry was that great. Like, I usually really like Owen Wilson, and you're right, he came off as like sincere and nice, but boring. Like, not funny.
I'll definitely say that.
He wasn't funny. He wasn't that charismatic. He was just, he's a nice guy. Like,
yeah.
Oh, nice guy, Owen Wilson. Good for him. Like, I don't know. And Jennifer Lopez just, I mean, I'm telling you, there's a movie on the list called Hustlers that I absolutely love. It's kind of like a crime. Like, she plays a stripper, and it's a bunch of strippers that start robbing banks or, like, pulling off heists.
Okay.
It's really good. And, like, The Cell is great. I've seen her in stuff that she can act. Like, she's really good actress. I like Jennifer Lopez. This movie, just nothing. Like,
it's
nothing.
weird that I think we both like Jennifer Lopez, not for singing at all.
No,
yeah, it's
not
all
at
about acting chops.
Yeah, and it's like,
actually, the same way pretty much for Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she's basically playing herself in this movie. So, like,
yeah. Now, did you read that there was like multiple things during the ad campaign that made sure that people knew that she was basically playing herself, except for in real life she has so much more money. Like, for some reason, they kept focusing on this fact. They're like, I'm basically playing me, but, in real life, I have a lot more money.
That was one of the weird facts on IMDb, was that Jennifer Lopez is way more wealthy than the character she portrays in this movie.
And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like,
she's just putting it out there, like, hey, don't get your hopes up, math teacher. It's like, it ain't happening. Yeah. But, yeah, so, like, I don't know. And that was this isn't part of my review, but there was another fact where she had a really hard time coming up with the soundtrack for this movie because she had to, first of all, she didn't write it. She said she picked like 8 songs out of 100. So someone just gave her a bunch of songs.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it works.
But she was like, I was having to pick out songs for a character that I was playing. And I'm like, you were playing yourself. What was so hard about it?
This is very true, yeah.
Just none of these songs sound poor enough for this role.
I think when she was like getting in character, she's in the back, like looking in the mirror, like, you can love Owen Wilson. You can love Owen Wilson.
You have
sure, he's
so
not Ben
much more
Affleck.
money than this person.
Yeah.
Think poor thoughts. But yeah, I don't know, it was just average. Like, it wasn't terrible, but we've seen much better. We've seen like this premise done way better. Like, I just wasn't for me. I mean, it was fine. it wasn't like a pain to get through, but it also, I was like, I could have done without that 2 hours in my life. I could have found something else to do.
You see, I'm starting to realize that I actually have no like hard, fast rules on how I rate these.
Okay.
Like I just go what I'm feeling at the time. There was a point that I was at a 4, but I'm dropping it down to 3.5.
Okay.
Like, because this movie, like, I actually really like these guys. About halfway through this movie, like when this movie started, I was like, all right, this is gonna be another one. Schlubby guy meets incredibly attractive, way out of his league woman.
Yeah.
And somehow hooks her. About halfway through this movie, I was like, no, I get it. Like this character deserves her. Like he's that good at being like that charismatic in this movie. And then I also realized that Owen Wilson's never done me wrong. He is kind of a Hollywood joke. Like everybody makes fun of him. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But is there anything Owen Wilson's in where you're like, fuck, he sucked in this?
No, I genuinely, this movie.
Damn. All right.
Not that he even sucked, but he just wasn't his normal self. Like I usually enjoy Owen Wilson.
He could have been funny.
He's a very good comedic actor. They didn't give him a lot to work with in this. Like I don't know.
Well, you think
maybe
in a
J-Lo
lot
didn't
of
want him to be
movies,
overshadowing
he's the straight guy.
Yeah.
Like he usually has somebody funny or making him funny, like Vince Vaughn or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm going 3.5, which I feel is high for this.
Okay. So do I, but this is all fucking relative. It's whatever you feel.
There's no rules for me. Like I'm just like I don't have anything hard or fast that I'm laying down to.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Should we roll a new movie?
Yes. Maybe we'll get this other J-Lo movie.
Let me see where we're at here. We are at 178.
178. 56.
56, right in the... I think this is a J-Lo movie.
Really?
Maid of Honor?
You might be thinking Made in Manhattan.
Maybe. Let's see.
Maid of Honor.
This movie stars Michelle Monaghan.
I've heard of her.
Patrick Dempsey making a return. Dr. McSteamy.
Ooh.
And people that I don't know. Always shy of commitment, Tom, Patrick Dempsey, lives as a serial dater. Hannah, Michelle Monaghan, his best friend, has wanted to marry and now has found Mr. Right. Just as Tom realizes he really loves Hannah, when she asks him to be in her bridal party, Tom sees the opportunity to prevent the nuptials and woo her himself. Wait a minute. This is a role-reversed Julia Roberts movie.
Oh.
What was that movie where she tried to steal the groom away from Cameron Diaz?
My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the exact same plot.
Who says that Hollywood recycles?
Just with a different... I'll be goddamned. Well, that's what we're watching.
I think I see Amy McAdams.
It's got a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Well, folks, until next week when we discuss 2008's Maid of Honor, and it's spelled M-A-D-E of Honor, which is not what I was expecting.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Please follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Like us, subscribe to us, send us a review. We ain't got that J-Lo money, but every review helps to get us on our journey of monetizing this thing. As much as CJ fights against it, he rages against the machine. But
that's right.
I like money, so the more years we can get into, maybe we can get to that J-Lo money, and then someday CJ and I will get married on the stage in Madison Square Garden in front of all of you.
Ooh,
yeah. But yeah, do that.
Doubtful. Follow us
on Facebook. You've Got Mails. See that sweet meme that CJ's producing every week. And email us. you've.gotmails@yahoo.com. If you don't like to use email, you can always reach us on Facebook Messenger. Say hello. Reach out. Just say howdy.
Touch our hearts.
That's all we're looking for. Maybe just send us a message and just say, wow.
Wow.
But yeah, do all those things, and then tune in next week as we discuss 2008's Maid of Honor.
M-A-D-E.
M-A-D-E of Honor. And hey, stay romantic. Don't be shitty to each other.
I got nothing to say. I'm just going to keep going. Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.